Hi guys, welcome back. It's JDawgs here, and we are back for another episode of Attack of the B-Team. And right off the bat, you're going to notice there's a few things that are different. Yeah, we have no more slimes down here, there's no hole in the wall. I've got these weird things. Yeah, I went adventuring and found these saguaro cactus. They're kind of neat. I'm not sure what they're used for, but I've got a bunch of these fruit trees that I've been getting some of them for food and different things like that. You'll notice everything, all my animals and guys and things that were down here are gone. And that's because basically, well, this is going to be a bit of a talky video, I guess you could say, mainly because we had to reset the server. Long story short, well, no, I'm going to tell you the long story, basically because I think you guys need to hear what all went on. So basically we had some problems where when we updated from the previous BTeam update or mod pack to the newest updated one, somehow the world got corrupted, and every time we went out exploring and did anything, it crashed the entire server. We had continuous problems with that. It slowly started corrupting different chunks in the world, and slowly but surely the entire world became corrupted, and to where nobody could even log in. We were having so many problems with just trying to get from one spot to the other, and we really couldn't leave our own little chunks here. You can see I've actually got, I'm going to go around here a little bit. I've actually got all my trees. They generated differently this time. Whoa. There we go. My trees over here generated differently this time, unfortunately, and I've only got just this one tree that's by the pond now. So I'm hoping I get some saplings to put those trees back eventually, because I kind of like the fact that they were over here. I've got to clear out all this again and basically start from scratch, and so that's what I've been working on, is trying to get everything back to work and get it back in working order. Everybody ended up getting reset, not just myself, which is kind of crappy. I know, you know, everything in here is gone. I'm working on cooking up seared brick at the moment to try to get my Tinker's Construct stuff going again, and yeah, everybody's kind of bummed, but we're happy at the same time, because now we don't have to worry about all the corruptions and things that were going on, and having so many problems not being able to explore or anything like that. So that's going to be a positive to all this. A negative to all this is, of course, we did use the same seed, but the world generated differently, so dungeons have moved, temples moved, trees, of course, generate differently every time the world generates. Wish ended up losing her entire village, and we'll take a peek over there real quick. I'll fly over there while we're talking. But basically, she ended up losing her entire village, which is really stinky for her. I'd say she probably was the one that kind of got her area messed up the most. I don't know why I'm lagging. Oh yeah, well, 19 frames could do it. But I'm going to go over here real quick. Adrian just logged out. Yeah, that little witch hut that's down there, that stayed in the same spot. But you can see on my map there used to be a village right here, and there was a red dot here where Wish's place used to be. And yeah, it's all gone. She hasn't had a chance to make it out here. We've been working on spawn a little bit more this time. And she's talked about it, and basically she's going to just live down in this area because she was having fun with it anyways. And she's still got her ravines and things like that, so they generated the same. But unfortunately, we've lost pretty much everything that we had going on. I've been working on getting straightened back up again, starting to get some building going. We had just got done several different things. I had gotten the sorting system done and everything like that, and it's just kind of a little bit of a letdown that I had to restart the server, and I really didn't want to, and I was hoping I wouldn't have to. But on the plus side, like I said, you know, everything's going to be a lot easier to work with. We do have to get, like, you know, hats and morphs and things like that all over again. I am in bat mode. I was able to get a bat. I have a chicken with a weird helmet on. Okay. I have collected a few things over here. I've got a few cows and two of the... Okay, I had two of these entity creature guys, the Enderman things, but I guess I lost one. Great. Well, I did have two. I don't know if I'm going to put my tree farm back in here. First of all, that was a lot of digging, and second of all, it didn't seem to work quite right because I had to have the skylight in the top and everything. So I may end up moving that. I may end up actually moving several things because I want to make use of this area out here more too. And so I think I'm going to end up cleaning a lot of this out of here. And I'm actually thinking about... Adrian had the same idea as I did actually, and that is of living inside one of these trees and working with them. So I think if I can find some saplings, what I eventually want to do is have like 3 or 4 trees around this pond here and possibly live inside of it, or just have an area that I have that's inside of it. I'll still be living inside the cave here primarily. We're going to dig out the center here again, of course, and we're going to... I'm still thinking about that whole aquarium look. I don't know how it's going to work out because, well, if I were to start taking and replacing all of this with glass on the outside, we could do that, and then we could dig out the inside. But my problem that I've ran into in my train of thought is, how do we still be able to have stuff inside the caves without being able to see into the caves? Do we want to see into the caves? You know, would we want it glass in here too so that you could see in? And at what point would we actually have the floor? You know, would this be the floor of the tank, or would the floor of the tank be inside there? You know, how would we do that? So if you guys got any suggestions on that, I mean, it's a really neat idea, and I enjoy the idea and the concept of it. But I'm not sure how I'm going to pull it off. So if you guys have any suggestions on that, I greatly appreciate them. This is probably going to be a bit of a shorter episode, as I have been hard at work trying to get all this stuff done. I've found some XP bushes, and I just put them over here for now. You can see I've got a small collection of things that I've got going. Made myself a little bed. Just got some random stuff here. And then these are ores and things I've already been mining for. Some things I found from spawners where I basically knew where they were already because of the way it generated last time. And then a few of the ore bushes. I've got to collect a whole lot more of those. But I think we're going to utilize the actual ravine more this time. And I think we're going to actually live more out of the ravine itself, and then have like a wraparound that goes up and around that comes up to this area we had dug out before. And I'll have a bridge that goes across the top of this and off into the distance over there. And that's part of what I've been trying to work on, is what I actually want to do with these different areas. Basically down here I'll mine all this out and replace it with regular stone. And I want to get everything out of here that's not just stone, so gravel's going to go. I think I'll probably replace a lot of this dirt here, maybe. Well, maybe the lower dirt. The upper dirt I might keep since it's part of the ground up there. Replace all this dirt down here, of course, and things like that. But today's episode is probably going to be a little shorter, just mainly because I've been hard at work trying to get all this redone. I've got to get portals put back, and Spawn doesn't even have a portal yet. We'll take a trip to Spawn really quick since I've got a little bit of talking time. The flight to Spawn isn't really that far for me. Hopefully the video doesn't derp up too much for you guys. The only thing that I've seen that's been different... Yeah, there goes... Let's fly closer to the ground so it doesn't have problems loading. But the only thing that I've noticed that we're going to end up having to do is I definitely want to work on Spawn more, and we're going to do some mining at Spawn so we can get the portals and the things like that set up for Spawn. I also have noticed that the maps here, which I don't know why this is generating so slowly. Normally it doesn't do this for me. But when I was going back through the map, you'll notice in certain spots, and I've already traveled this area, so you really won't see it here. But you'll actually see how the map generated differently, and it changed the old way that the map looked. So as we travel through, the plots of land are the same, but what they look like is different because trees generate differently. The grass, the animals, well, you don't see animals on it, but you know, the different things that are on it generate differently each time a world is generated. Plus we have a ton more of these type of trees, the food plus trees, and we have these things here which I found. They are candy flowers, which I have no clue what they're used for yet, but I've seen them all over the place. even the slime things in the air that you can see on the map up there, they generate, they'll still generate in the same vicinity, but they'll be like a different size, or you know, maybe moved over a little bit or something like that. So it's kind of awkward the way that things go and generate when you have to do this to a world. Let's see, how far are we? Oh, this is Camel's place. So his place pretty much generated the same. I didn't see any huge difference from his little area here. He hasn't been on too much just yet. Yeah, his place was right there, and his ravine is here. And then down this way is Adrian's place, which he actually got lucky with his. He ended up getting very similar to what I ended up wanting done as far as the trees and stuff. So he got really lucky with that. I'm not going to go by his place because I know he plans on doing some things down there, and I don't want to give spoilers away for when he decides to do his stuff. But we're almost down here to spawn, and I never realized this, this, I think it's called crag rock, this green looking stone, whatever it is. We're coming up on it now. Right here, this stuff. I never noticed the huge ravine. What is this? Yeah, crag rock. How high the thing went. It's like really high. It dips down right over here, which is usually where I cut through. But there's a neat little like indentation between the two mountains that just kind of swerves through here, and it's really neat. I think if somebody wanted to live there, it'd be kind of cool. But here is spawn. We're coming up on it. You can see the red dot down there. I am trying to do some more work with spawn. I've got a little bit of steak here. Let's eat. But I've been trying to do something different with spawn, and I want to show you guys that real quick before we cut off the video. And I know today's going to be cut a little bit short as far as video goes. And again, that's just because we're trying to get set back up to where we were previously, so you guys don't end up watching the same stuff all over again, basically. Okay, so I've got a bunch of these type of trees at spawn here. I've cleared out this area again. Now you can see we don't have the house just yet. I did clear this out. We were doing some of the slime trees and stuff, but I plan on using this larger center area for a nice build, and then we're going to do like shops or buildings around the sides and stuff. I do still want to keep my original idea of doing like these pathways. These are original pathways. They were here, and so I want to use those as roads, maybe clean them up a little bit and actually make them look like roads, and then people can put their builds, you know, in between the roads and off to the sides here. But yeah, that's basically what we've been working on, and unfortunately we had to reset, and it was a bit of a letdown, and a lot of people had gotten some, you know, builds or machines or different things done that they ended up losing. But in my opinion, it's nothing that we can't get back within maybe a week or so. And so hopefully by the time next week's video comes out, we'll be close to, if not back to where we were. So today's just kind of a update video to show you guys what's going on and why things happened. And it wasn't anybody's fault in particular. It was just a matter of when we updated, the world just went weird, and there was no way to undo it besides MC Edit. And I was told by the person that I get the server through that there were so many chunks that were corrupted, it almost reached the triple digits, and I was just better to reset the world since we weren't really that far into it. But on that note, that's going to be it for this week, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, and again, hopefully by next week we'll be back to where we were and things will be ready to go. So I will see you guys next time. Don't forget, leave any comments, suggestions, criticism down below, and if you enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a like, and if you're not already, subscribe. I will see you guys next time. Take it easy. Peace out.